So essentially what I want to work on today, and I think this is really, 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 really important. Emergent gameplay. I want to add in multiple knobs to turn for you as the player to change the character's behavior in the way you would like it to change so that you can create unique and interesting builds. Let me give you an example. We have an ability here called Shield Orbs. Let's get it really quickly. There we go, level up, and now we can spend a skill point, get Shield Orbs. Boom. First ability done. Let's train that. Now this guy has Shield Orbs. And I'm going to give you a simple example of how that works. He essentially has shields spinning around himself. So if I get this item right here, and you can't see it, but if I get this item right here, the precision goggles, the shields are going to fly 20% faster. Let's take a look. I can go back, let the wave spawn again, then get the goggles. I can't see a difference, so I gotta increase the speed just to see if I'm not dumb. Let's make it 100%. Yeah, it definitely works. 20% just wasn't fast. I saw the difference. You saw it? Okay, maybe I just didn't see the difference. But essentially making this ability more powerful because it's faster. Why is it not changing the projectile speed? Huh? There's no way, bro. The speed doesn't change. Huh? What? Am I blind? Am I literally that dumb? It doesn't change the moment they are on, so no. Absolutely not. Projectile speed. I see it now. Oh, I see. So it stores the stats in the active ability. So the moment I get an upgrade, it no longer pulls the stats from the unit. It pulls the stats from the... It's like a snapshot. Damn. What do you guys think? Should I snapshot this ability, or should this ability always try to find stats from the original owner to update itself? Snapshot or not? Are you sure it's not increased after a couple of seconds? No. So you can see here, the active ability is gathering stats on itself. It's holding the stats on itself. And so that means the moment this is activated, it doesn't change until you activate it again, essentially. Hello, Yova. Good morning. Anyone in chat type for Lies of P?
Guys, can you answer my question? Come on, man. Come on. Why do you here? Why are you here? Come on. Answer my question, please. I need your help. Mayday, mayday. Can you guys answer my question?
Come on. No? Yes, you're a clown. Snapshot. I think snapshot is bad. My honest opinion, snapshot is bad, to be honest. I think most people tuned out and don't realize it's coding time. So the reason why I did this, by the way, the original reason why I did this is because you can have active abilities like projectiles flying, a meteor casting and shooting towards the ground. You can essentially have these abilities still function even if the original caster dies. So let's say you shoot a projectile that slowly flies around your character. If the character dies, maybe you want to keep the projectile spiraling outward. You don't want to, you don't want to despawn the projectile. That's why we have this. But I think what I would like to do here is, instead of, since we haven't reworked this yet, so that's the one system that we haven't reworked yet. Maybe it would be a good idea to test if we have both the ability and the unit. We could add those stats together. We could do a static stats that is from the active ability stats. And then we check if we have an owner and an ability. Then we can say stats are the owner stats plus the ability stats, essentially. And so how do we get the owner? Let's see, entity pointer owner is get entity by ID. That is active ability owner ID. And then ability is get ability from the value of the owner. And the active ability ID, essentially. And in this case, we have to first ask for the owner, and then we have to get the ability. And then if we have an ability, we can do that. Goodness. And that's ability data stats. Now, almost dying. And so now we have the stats, and we can, let's not do Bladestorm for now. Oh, man. Let's not do Bladestorm. Not Burning Arrow. Let's do Shield Orbs. So we get the shield count. Const is the stat value using the stats. In this case. And then we can do this. Oh, I see. Const in shield count, huh? Here we go. And every time we use the stats, we get it from the owner. In this case. And so we can still snapshot it. No, we can no longer snapshot it. At least this ability right here. Maybe other abilities we will. Let's see, is there more? Is there more? No. Okay. His account is locked because he has some custom Discord client. What are you guys talking about? Alright, let's see. Let's test if this works. Oh wait, shield count. Hey? Oh, I see. I'm stupid. What is this guy doing, Sabone, bro? You're spamming on YouTube. Go away. Timeout. See you in 10 minutes, bro. Stop it. Can I delete the messages? Deletable cakes, view deleted messages. Can you... wait, can I just get rid of it? Hide user on this channel? Oh, really? Kind of bad. But okay. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, it does work. So actually it does work now. So my point is this. I want to make emergent gameplay, and unfortunately I was kind of held up by what happened with this stupid thing here, but essentially I want to make it so that every single item changes almost all of my abilities in a way, so that no matter what type of ability I go for, I can always find a nice item to buff it in a particular way. So for example, for the shield orb ability, attack radius helps it in a way. The projectile speed helps it as well. Now it does more damage, and physical damage in general is good. Now, the leather helmet is a more defensive option that gives health and armor, but the ability duration makes shield orbs last longer. So now we already have like a build going, right? That is 2 items affecting the same thing. Ability duration also affects how long bleeds last. So now we can buff the bleeding duration by investing into a defensive item and having stronger bleeds, longer lasting bleeds, aka more damage, which is good. And then the eye patch itself, cooldowns, make shield orbs, you can use them more often. A bleed damage by default doesn't do anything to the shield orbs, but if you have bleed chance, since shield orbs hit a lot, bleed damage is a minimum amount of damage you do, which means it is essentially a nice little build that you could do where you spend money on shield orbs, bleed chance, and base bleed damage. And then it also gives you physical damage, which is nice, and cooldown reduction. So essentially this item right here, the eye patch, is together with the withered scimitar is a really strong choice early on. So this is already the first build. The second build might be projectile speed together with shield orbs. Like, so on this type of build where you inflict bleeding with these shield orbs, you want to have very fast spinning shields, because then you can inflict multiple bleeds on the same unit really fast with base bleeding. So ultimately you want to go for duration and stuff like that. So yeah, in a way it gets very complicated, but it's cool. And so I feel like the precision goggles with projectile speed, I feel like they don't do anything. I feel like projectile speed also makes projectiles fly further. So my shield throw ability would fly further away. The wind slash flies further away. But other than that, it doesn't do anything to shield bash or sting. So I don't know if it's a good stat to have. But maybe we just keep it for now. Projectile speed. Let's see. Goggles. I want to team up with Necropolis AD, but I don't know if he even joins the stream anymore. I don't know. Maybe he's just taking a break. He's not very nice to his viewers lately. Cakez log. Okay, bro. Yeah, sure. Though I do realize that Necropolis didn't join in quite a while. I actually wanted to ask him if he wanted to finish this song here. If he wanted to make it loop, essentially, because currently it doesn't loop very well. No, dot, bye. Okay. ASM is, what is it called? Assembly. Not done ASM for 300 years. Okay, bro. Anyways, so that's the idea. And yeah, I wanted him to finish this if he wanted to, you know, but yeah. Projectile speed, we have this here too. I guess he's already kind of nice. I think we have locked in the first couple of items. Armor piercing, attack speed here. Well, this is kind of useless, I feel like. Game's looking great. Which engine are you using? Hello, Matthias. It's essentially my own engine. This one right here. I'll link you. Cakez, will you implement anything October themed into the game. Something like that that can be kept too, like a vampire cape item. Or a scary mask item or something. Maybe a nice human leaf, autumn leaf, or spooky weapon. Maybe. But I'm currently more like, I know it would be awesome, but I feel like I should spend all of my time and effort whenever I'm working on this to iron out the gameplay. Herr Hirschfeld hat eine Frage. Hello Galaxy Media. What's up? Hello Cakez. Are you going to be doing some programming? Love to play the demo by the end of the year. Yeah, I'm working on it, bro. I'm working. These decisions are important. I guess we could start with some items for the mage. And then maybe a round past round 10. But I have a feeling that it's a little bit too hard. The first round. What do you guys think? Is the first round too difficult? Look at this. It's 20 enemies and the mage isn't even able to beat it. He leaks 10 enemies. I feel like that's bad. Maybe a stun seed that freaks them out. There's no Halloween event for the demo, no. Should make the towers pumpkins for Halloween, lol. Yeah, I thought about it, but listen, man, I just don't want to spend time on it at the moment. We did it last year, but nah. I want a good game, guys. I want a really good game. Can you afford the mage and melee in the first round? I can't. Depends on how you want the player to feel after the first round. Should it feel like a warm-up or an oh shit, this game is this game for real? Yeah. I think you're right. I think round 1 needs to be a baby round, guys. I feel like this round here. Oh, let's see, round 1. Let's do round 0. Or another round 1. Let's just not spawn as many. And how many seeds you get? I guess 80. I think round 1 should be a kick in the balls. No. First couple of rounds should be insanely easy. People need to learn the Tangies, yeah. Let's restart. We need to make easy rounds, and so we're gonna do difficulty in a way where the player will start later and the enemies will run faster. That's how we're gonna do it. First 20-ish rounds should be almost impossible to lose. I just don't agree. Here's also another thing that I don't like. I placed the unit as high as possible, but because of the hitboxes for the enemies, he is not hitting. He's not hitting them properly. He should at least hit 2 together. Look at this. You see this? He hits this guy and then misses the other one by like a slight margin. I feel like that's bad. Because he kinda hits him. See this? There was a right click symbol. Can you micro manage the tower? Yeah, you can micro manage the towers, exactly. Spawn the projectile from the staff's top, not from the unit. No, I can't, because the vision range is around the center of the character. It needs to spawn from the center. We had a bunch of issues spawning projectiles from the staff. It's impossible. It looks really bad. And it doesn't feel good at all. So I basically do the same thing as Chronicon does. I think what I need to do is extend the hitboxes for the crawlers. Looks really bad. Yeah, so essentially the only way that I could do this, by the way, is... Let's say we have a projectile flying in one direction, right? This is the flight path for the projectile. Okay, projectile... Flight. Okay. And if I spawn a projectile... So this is essentially where I'm shooting at. If I spawn a projectile up here... Right, this is like some fake position. That is higher. And over time I just make the projectile move down. If an enemy is right here and I impact the enemy, the projectile hits the enemy essentially over the head. It's flying over the enemy but still hitting. Visually, it looks totally wrong and fucked up. So that's why I don't do that. That's why I just make the projectile spawn where they actually fly. That's why. And so the only solution here is to just extend this to be at least 14 and then minus 4, I think. Let's see here. I mean, now it should... It hits. Yeah, now it hits. Yeah, looks good to me. Now it hits at least 2, which I think is better. Hello, Mr. Phil. Good morning. Wait a minute. Okay, I think it looks good. The same thing? Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, he slowly wins, but he's actually still losing. He's still losing. This is ridiculous. Let's see. Like the first round. Let's see here. How about we do 0.8? Could you make a chain splash effect or splash effect balls? What about this? It still only hits 2. I feel like I did this yesterday, lol. Well, at least it hits more now. Yeah, that's much better. Look at this. Ah, yes, Tangy. Hello, Kula. Long time no see, bro. Oh, wow. He's still leaking. Look at this. He's still leaking. I just can't believe this, bro. He's so bad. Oh, man. He can't even beat 2. Dumb targeting. Yeah, bro, but it should be the first round should be impossible to lose. You know? That's the point. You should be able to lose the first round. No matter how you place the unit. Let's see. Hey Cakez, returning viewer here. Just wanted to ask if you have any advice for people wanting to learn programming quickly to start a game dev at something like Godot. Yeah, of course. You open up Godot right now and start making a game in it. That's the best thing you could do, bro. He's losing as well. He's losing again. I just can't believe this. He's not winning. Oh my god, I can't believe this, man. This is the first round. Look up Hard Beast. He makes great Godot tutorials. Yeah, I guess maybe I should clarify a little bit. The best thing you could do is explore in the engine if you want to learn something, if you want to get into something right now. So you open up Godot and you try to make a character move. It's like essentially the same thing that Pirate Software says, but it's true. Because ultimately a tutorial can help you make a game, yes, but it's ultimately what you learn on your own that determines how fast you learn. If you focus too much, like tutorials are great to get started, but holding yourself accountable and doing something on your own is going to lead to you making a game faster than anything else. And Samulink, thank you very much for following. Welcome, brother. Can you win in Bloons 1 round 1 with just 1 tower? Yes, you can. Okay, so we have to keep doing this until we figure out a way to make this better. And so maybe... let's just see what happens when we update the game. So he hits 2. I think the problem is the angle. So for example in Bloons, the mage, when I placed him, so like I want to show you guys the difference, and it's huge. Where the fuck is Steam? Oh yeah, by the way, I saw that, Mr. Reticide. I saw that, bro. Kinda toxic, not gonna lie. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah. I don't like tutorials that just do things for you and don't explain anything. Tutorials that help you learn while also guiding you to learn on your own are the best ones to start with. 86 hours of your Inkling channel. Yes, please show us a good game. We're tired of looking at Tangy defense. Alright, let's see here. So, I'm gonna show you guys the difference, which I found crazy when I saw this. Take a look at this. Oh no, I stopped recording. I stopped recording too. Oh man, I got distracted so much. Oh no, I didn't record the stream today. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's see here. So I'm placing, and I guess I need to record now. So I'm placing a mage, okay? And we can place him, let's place him here. Okay, the worst place possible. Right? Now let's see what happens with Fireball when he shoots. He still hits 2 balloons. You see this? And I'm recording right now, which makes it easier to see the frames once we are done. Okay, and the crazy thing I think is that he always pierces, like for the most part, he always pierces 2 balloons, which makes it very efficient. Let's restart. And I'm gonna place him in a better position now, which is higher up. Now, why would I place him high up? Because now he's almost on the road. And he's gonna pierce 3 balloons. Watch. See this? He's hitting 3 balloons, even 4. Okay, I think this is enough. Let's go back here. Now see the difference. And how about we just disable the colliders? I'm shooting. And I'm hitting 1 unit. This time I'm gonna hit 2. Boom. Now if I restart the game. And we essentially start here. This is almost the highest I can place him. This is what it looks like. We hit 2. I cannot physically hit 3 units, even if I place him as high as possible. So that's the highest I can place him. Right? Let's see what happens. When we get here, save it. We turn on step debugging and show colliders. And this is what's happening. Watch. He's attacking. Targeting this guy right here. The flame bolt shoots and it misses, well, not barely, but it misses by quite a big margin. And that's because we are hitting from here. This is the center point. And let's stop the recording. I wanted to take a look at the original recording. Because in my opinion, I think balloons makes placing units beside the road better. So that you can hit the enemies better when they come by, essentially. So let's see. Let's just make a new project here. And then the recording is, I think this one, right? Yeah. Come on. Is it? Oh my god, play search! Change. So we don't need any audio here, it doesn't matter, we just need the video. Here we go, let's see, I'm gonna go frame by frame. Wait, is that? Coding Warlord? Wait, that's the wrong one. Sorry, wrong one. This one here. Come on. There we go. No audio. Alright, let's see. We can go, the cool thing is we can go frame by frame. Because balloons is really fast. I find this crazy. You see how this projectile is almost below the unit? And it's still not hitting it. Now it hits. And it hits the second balloon barely. Yeah. And then this pops both balloons. What does it look like? Yeah, it also goes like below. So maybe the hitbox for those... You know, if we take a look at my hitboxes, maybe it's just higher. The entire hitbox is not as low, but much higher. Hey, Rogue Wolf Dev, good morning. Welcome, sir. Balloons have higher colliders, makes it easier to hit multiple in round 2. Projectiles colliders are wider, same thing, Cakez. So what you're saying is this projectile's collider is too thin. Should be a bit wider, maybe even a circle. Is that what you're meaning? Good morning, Cake. Game progress is looking great. Have a nice day. Yeah, having a, I guess, okay day so far. And Summerlink, I guess I already said that, right? Thank you very much for following. Most games have hitboxes on enemies big, so there's more leeway of hitting them. Yeah, see, that's what we are trying to do at the moment. Should we make those hitboxes higher? Because ultimately what it looks like here in this frame, the projectile is below the balloon, which leads me to believe the hitbox for the balloon is not down here, but it's up here. But it's shooting here. So like it's shooting, I don't know, if we take a line, let's just do this, right? Or maybe this is just real 3D and that's just what it looks like. If we have this. Let's draw a line. To me it looks something like this. It's shooting to this point here. This is the point it shoots at. But the hitbox is like, I don't know, somewhere here. That's what it looks like to me. You see that? It's a bit odd, because it's currently not colliding with the balloon. Why is that? Why do they do it this way? Go play around with Mugen. You should be able to test and explore quickly different takes on hitboxes. It's shooting at the base. I wonder how it would look if you place the mage from top, Cakez. How does it look if you shoot a balloon from top? Yeah, so we're gonna do this next. That's what I wanted. What if I place the balloon, not the guy on top, and I need to do another recording for this. So now we are placing the mage at top here, and we're trying to place it as far down as possible. And maybe this way. Wait, we actually placed it in the middle. Sorry. I need to place it here. And then as far down as possible. Which I guess is this far. Let's see. If it hits 3-2. Of course it does. Of course it does! God damn it! Okay, let's see here. Stop recording. Maybe they are figuring out angle each shot to optimize multiple hits, Cakes. You think? But to me it just looks like he's shooting here. They're not figuring out an angle each shot. I don't think it's possible. I feel like I've seen this map before. Yeah. True. True. Let's see here. Where's my video editing? There we go. So right here. Let's get the second video. Is that it? No, that's Bloons City 5 gameplay. Is this it? Must be this. There we go, yeah. Let's see here. So that's the mage essentially placed on top. Let's see here. Yeah. Come on. Okay, so basically this. I want to see this frame by frame. Man, maybe it is, man. Look at this. If we take a look at this line... Wait a minute. This line to me looks like it's... Huh? This is so confusing. Let's just put it here. If we draw a line from here, it's not hitting this. Absolutely not. Huh? Wait a minute. What are you doing, Bloons? It's close. There's no way. The third one will have to move by the time the projectile gets there. Yeah. But the balloons move. Yeah, they move. I know. That's just no way, man. Frame by frame it? Yeah, we will. Give me a second. Need to quickly recharge my headphones. But I hate this. There we go. Okay. Smart monkey knows when to throw. Maybe your wizard's fireball bigger and slower. Make your wizard's fireball bigger and slower. Let's go frame by frame here. Okay, so it does overlap. One frame. Bro, it shoots at the base of the second balloon. It's not targeting this balloon. It's shooting at the base of the second balloon. Bro. You think it's homing? There's no way it's homing, brother. I don't think it's homing. Because there's an upgrade in the game. Let's see here. Is it homing? I don't think it is. Nah, I don't think it is, bro. I think that's a stretch. It does look the same. Like if I move this down here to something like this, it certainly does look the same. Yeah. You see that? Don't know. Silly Bloons game was so complex. Didn't know Silly Bloons game was so complex. See, that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. You see the complexity going on in these games? It's crazy. So you're like, oh, Bloons is a simple game. It's just monkeys shooting at balloons. No, there's so much more going on. So, guys, do you think the guy, the monkey here, is hitting... He's not shooting at the base of this balloon, but he's shooting at the base of this balloon to optimize for balloons hit? You think he's shooting there? You think? This is their 6th game? Or maybe more? I know, yeah. Thank you very much for following, my man. Can you show hits from bottom position? Yeah. Let me see here. Hits from bottom position. Okay, let's just do it like this. Let's get this part here. And then this part here together. Where I hit. There we go. So these are the two ones next to each other. So this is from the bottom. Like this. From the bottom it looks like he's literally just shooting at the first... I don't know what he's shooting at. But it looks like he's shooting at the middle. And then... on the second one, it looks like he's just shooting at the middle of the balloon. That's what it looks like. The middle of the balloon being this position here. Let's see. Let's just compare the two. This here. Let's go to the left. Do that again. Alright, so that's number 1. Image number 1. Maybe we just move it down a bit. So we don't overwrite the other one. And then just... this. To me, looks like he's always shooting in the same location. Let's do a... this is the middle. Like this is the part here. Looks like. This is probably where he shoots at. Can you stop? This part right here. That's the middle point. I think that's what he's shooting at. I don't think there's more going on here. Maybe the collider is just very thin, but very tall. You think that collider is thin but tall. Because it penetrates into the balloon every time it hits. But it's a tall collider. They don't need that level of complexity when they know all the variables, speed, time, etc. I doubt it. They don't do different equations and solve them for every projectile. It's just... you even see the targeting? It's first in, so that's all to it. Other than that, that will be in projectile. Nothing more in the targeting post-process shenanigans. No, it's taller. It looks like coyote time, but for colliders. Yeah, maybe a long collider that is perpendicular to the motion direction. So you mean, what you're trying to say here is, if I place my tower here to the road, he would still hit 3 units too? Let's test this. If I place the mage here, shit, I don't have... I guess here is the only way that works when balloons are coming. You need to have high IQ to understand balloons today. Bro, I think it's... he still hits 3. It's so funny. He hits 3 every time. It doesn't matter how you place him. Every time he hits 3. I want to make another... actually, I have a recording going on right now. Fuck. Yeah. I need to record this again. God damn it. I guess I just have to download today's recording from Twitch or something. Or from YouTube. What if I put him in the left more so he's perpendicular? If he's perpendicular, I think he's only going to hit 1. You mean here like this? If I place him like this, I'm a dumbass. He's still hitting too. That's so crazy. That's ridiculous. Yeah, put left mouse. Put him more to the left. Wait, you mean here? Like this? Yeah? Difficult to say. I think he still hits too. Yeah, looks like he's still hitting too. We can put him here to see it more. Oh wow. Whatever. Okay, so I need to fix my hitboxes. It feels bad. That's why the mage is so weak. We need to change those hitboxes, it looks like. Because ultimately the angle that we have from the road towards the enemies sucks. One thing could be to make the hitboxes higher or thinner. The mystery of balloons. Let's see here. But I kind of want... I need the recording. Yeah, I have to stop the recording and then record again, whatever. It is how it is. Actually, I'm not going to record today. Actually, we do. We do. Where is this? Where's the recording? 6 minutes over here. I think this is interesting. This one right here. Essentially, where did we do? Here. Here's one. And then we have the monkey on the left. There we go. Okay, let's put them here. Let's see what happens. Monkey on top. Wow. Okay. Guys, the collider is not very tall. Look at this. This is ridiculous, man. What does that even mean? What is this type of collider? Is it just a circle? Or something? Huh? What the... Huh? How is this hitting? Circle inside the balloon. Is he trying to reverse engineer the collider bounding box of balloons? Manuel, what are you talking about? Okay, why is that funny? I think that's interesting. What are you talking about, bro? Huh? You think that's funny? I think that's awesome. Cringe, bruh. Really big cringe. Okay, bruv? It's bigger for every third balloon, yeah, okay. It's also possible that the collision response is delayed by a frame or two, making it look like the collision is small. So what you're saying is it popped here. But then, okay, if it's a frame or two, but it's not here, the collision, you mean the collision happened here. He's trying to steal balloons, although he already did it. No, I'm not trying to steal balloons. Go play around with Mugen. Actually, read that already. And then over here, the collision happened here. Here it's not colliding. Here it is. Colliding, boom. Not colliding, colliding, boom. Not colliding. Man, that's a stretch though. That's really small. But okay, next. Collision, boom. How is it hitting? Okay, so, oh no. Shit. Wait a minute, maybe he's doing it again. Okay. Let's see here. 1, poof. 2. This is ridiculous, brother. This is some stupid bullshit. What is this? Coyote time shenanigans for colliders. Bloons is cheating. I'm pretty sure the collider for the projectile is just big. Bro. How big? It's a magic monkey, what do you expect? Come on. That's a stretch, brother. There's more going on than we think. 100%. There's no way. What do we do here? So this is a collision, really? Maybe the collider gets bigger based on distance? I mean, brother. That's some... maybe? I think both hitboxes are slightly... So, if you say that, then this would be a hit. This should already be... I don't know. The projectile expanded on the next frame and collided. Yeah, I think it's a lot of this effect is a contribution of projectile increased collider. I think the collider expands at the very last hit. So for us, this is where the projectile would expand. Man, it's crazy what goes into... Just like Travis Roman said, the collider of the balloon projectile or just both is simply bigger and the VFX just triggers delayed. I think the collider grows towards the end. That's what it looks like to me. Essentially. Cakes, don't you use events? You don't use events, right? No, I don't use events here.
Hey man, like it doesn't make any sense, bro. How does that work?
Guys, now I'm curious. What about the dart monkey? How many pierces does he have? By default he has 2, right? And his upgrade makes him pop 1 extra balloon. Let's see what happens. How far? He hits 2. Okay. Wow, your game evolved a lot. Yeah, he did. It did, yeah. Let's place him like to the topmost position. Can he pop 3? He can. In the topmost position, he hits 3. Okay. Then put him on the bottommost position on top. I don't think he's gonna hit 3 here. Maybe 2. He only hits 2. Aha. Okay. Left. How many are you gonna hit, brother? Yeah, I think it's combo of the 2. Oversized colliders, probably just a distance check. Ah, he's only hitting 2, is he? It's difficult to say because of the blue balloons. Then put him here. He's only hitting 2. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm getting that recording just to see how the colliders look. Okay. Let's get that too. No, we don't need this anymore, do we? Let's get rid of this. Okay. This is it, right? That's the recording. Let's see. That's definitely dumb. Okay. Let's see here. What if you put him in a straight line? He's probably only hitting 1 balloon. Okay. This is where he shoots. That's the first one. Let me put him on top. Oh, I put him perfectly this time. Yeah, we put him perfectly. Shot done. Put them on top. On top here. See, this is why I like using video editors for this stuff. Like in YouTube. Because you can pixel perfectly debug games to see how they do certain things. And why I think this is important is because it's essentially my job as a game developer to figure out why certain games feel good. And this is part of the process, essentially. In my opinion, this process is really important so that you can understand why does my game not feel good enough? Or what is missing in my game? What is it? Like pinpoint something. I think this is a good thing to do. Now, obviously, I take a look at balloons a lot. I do realize that, and I should take a look at other games. However, balloons is currently the #1 tower defense game in terms of success. And in my opinion, why not learn from the best? That's how I see it. There we go. Let's get that too. Boom, boom. And then on the other side. Poop sound. We get this. Wait. There we go. Get rid of this. Have you ever checked the tower defense game on Roblox? There are some with over 200,000 concurrent users. No, I have not. I don't have Roblox, but I would like to play Roblox in the future, yeah. To test it out. I'm a stupid idiot. There was even a paid sponsorship for Roblox that I didn't take. Which, hopefully I get that in the future again. Then we will test out Roblox. Bloons is the only TD I've ever played, ... I think Bloons TD is one of the best things to take a look at. So let's see here. The dart flies, and obviously it's really fast, right? So it hits... It essentially hits... And here it hits too. Look at this. So this is the collision. Essentially. So it must be a bigger hitbox. But it definitely misses this target here. So looks like the dart has a very tiny hitbox. This is a better placed monkey. He shoots at the middle of the balloon. Hits this one. I mean, it's supposed to hit here. I can love Roblox. Yeah, you do. So I think this is kind of a stretch, but I do see that it looks like the balloon is more... There's more to it. Let's see at the bottom. We are still shooting at the base. You can see that this is where they shoot at. So this is essentially the middle of the character, or the middle of the balloon. The enemy, essentially. Poof. And then it's... I guess it hits here. Yeah. So this is the hit. Boom. And then it misses. So it's definitely not bigger than that. Okay, it shoots at the middle again. Hits... Wow, it hits the here. Look at this, guys. This is supposed to be a hit. How? How big is this hitbox then? Like comparatively, to me it just doesn't make... It just doesn't make any sense, man. What is this? Sorry, but this is just odd. I'm pretty sure there's more going on. Might be a compound circle plus rect under the balloon. To me, this misses. This shouldn't hit. What is it hitting here? Man, I just don't know. Like, for me, this doesn't hit. Sorry, but this is not a hit on the balloon. So I don't know. Maybe it's a rectangular collider. You're right. So maybe right here, it enters the rectangular collider. And boom, it hits. But then why I guess it hits here. You guys think the balloons have rectangular colliders? It's a stretch though, to be honest. But maybe they do, because this is a hit too. Yeah, rectangular. So not a circle. So this is a hit, boom. This is a hit, boom. Yeah, they made it bigger to make the gameplay feel better. So rectangular collider and maybe a bit bigger. Okay, let's try this in our game. Alright? First and foremost, for me it is very easy to change this. Well, we have to test this, by the way. I have to test this. This is as far as I can place my unit down. Let's see how many we hit here. Okay, 1, 2. We could even hit 3. It easily hits 2. Artisan and Exxon seem to have really innovative gameplay. Hello Pikachu Squitch, good morning. I think it's a rectangular collider on the rocket, but it's realigned so that the long side on it, on the sides of the rocket. Wait, it's realigned so the long side on it. What do you mean, pull games? It's a rectangular collider on the rocket. What? Oh, you mean the darts? That's a dart. It's not a rocket. But it is realigned, so it's perpendicular to the line of the projectile. Nah, bro, it's not perpendicular. I don't think it's perpendicular, bro. So you mean the arrow is straight here and the collider is perpendicular? Dart? I don't think so, to be honest. Because otherwise it might hit here because it's perpendicular. The dart could have a wide collider too, yeah. Could be. So it doesn't hit here though, guys. You see this? Since the tip of the dart doesn't hit the balloon already, I'm inclined to believe that it's not that big actually. This is when it hits. Perpendicular you mean? I'm not natively English. Perpendicular, yeah. Why guess decompile the collision math? Okay, bro. I don't like that I'm only hitting 2 enemies, essentially. That's my point. And here I'm only hitting 1, which is even worse. This time he's hitting 3, which is nice. This is good. Okay. Yeah, maybe we make the projectile have a bit bigger collider. Let's test that. Let's see. I think I'm putting a collider in here, am I? No. So it looks like it's using the default collider for the projectile. Which I guess instead of 6 we can do 8. That's 1 pixel on each side. Okay. Let's see. When do you say that? My monitor is perpendicular. Can you say this? Now the projectile is a tiny bit bigger. Or the collider at least. Boom. Boom. But it's still not hitting the enemy there. It's missing him. So the only way we can change that, by the way, is to go to get ground. Wait, is it called? Yeah. get ground collider 2 and change this +4. What does that mean? +4 means move it down, right? We can move it down by 6, by 2 more. That should move this white circle down. Let's see. Yeah, so now the white circle is moved down, which means I can place the mage 2 pixels higher. Which effectively makes him bleed more into the road. And maybe that's already enough. Let's test. Oh my god, there's no way! Come on! That's just some bullshit, bro. Come on, man. That's just... Give me a second. If it draws the collider, draw rect collider. It's white, right? Okay, so this is their origin. The red point is their origin point. What if I just move the collider further down for these crawlers? Instead of -4, we do -2. Let's test. Now it's further down. Okay. Pinned. No, the collider has not been pinned. So for those of you who are watching right now and seeing this, what we are doing right now is not something that you can do in Excel or by writing down certain things. What we are doing right now is we're working on game feel. Okay, we're trying to make the game be more rewarding for maximizing your positioning and giving the player essentially a little bit of we are adding forgiveness mechanics essentially. We're making the game feel better while not making it much easier. Which is very important. Let's see here. So now we are almost shooting in a straight line, are we? Aha, so it barely hits, but it does hit. Enemy colliders could be bigger. We are making the enemy colliders bigger too. We're going to extend this by 2 pixels as well. 16 by 16. I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, true. Let's try that again. I think this is good. So the reason why I'm doing this is placing the wizard in a good way will allow us to always hit 3 enemies, which makes the game feel better because we are rewarded for our positioning. Look at this. We are almost always hitting 3 enemies, which does feel really good. Yeah. And so now we can't actually lose. We are winning round 1, which I think is really important. This kind of sucks that he's only hitting 1 here. But okay. If for giving us the goal, why not make it 20-20 here? I think that would be a bit too much. True, Tom. You think 20-20 would be a good idea? I think it's too much, bro. Actually. I mean, it's difficult to say. You know what would feel even better? Hitting all enemies at once. Anyways, so now we have tested and perfected this for putting the guy on top, on the bottom here. But we're gonna have an issue. if we place him here, now it's gonna feel worse. Because the angle is gonna be different. It's only hitting 2. So now if we put the guy in a different position on the map, the outcome is different. And, you know, Bloons did it very well with up and down. We only hit 2. This sucks. So we still need to turn some knobs for this guy. So what I think is wrong or doesn't work with this guy is this circle right here. I think that's too big. So what we did earlier on the mage... Oh, actually no, on get ground... It's called get grounds collider. We added in... We changed that from 4 to 6. I want to keep it at 4. And then just go to... Let's mark this as A and then go to the mage. We're going to turn the radius for the collider down to 7. Let's try 7. Now this circle should be smaller. Okay. Oh, I guess it only updates on... Yeah, so now we have... Wow, we can place him... I think we're still facing the same issue though. In terms of angle. Like, we have to take a look at the red dot. Okay, you see the red dot here? It looks like the angle from the road to the red dot when we place the unit on the bottom is worse than if we place it on top. That's bad. Let's try this though. This is as far as we can go down. Okay. Let's test this. We're still only hitting 2. Okay, and then if we place him down the road, we're hitting 3. So it's always better to place them below the road instead of above the road, which is bad. Make the crawler collider bigger? We already made it quite big. And it doesn't fix the underlying problem. I see what you mean, Cakez. The base collider is centered around the crotch and not the feet. Yes, because it's like kind of fake TD. Fake 3D. Benze, thank you very much for following, bro. Yes, that's the issue. Exactly. Hey, from Russia. Hello there. Welcome. From Germany. Good morning, bro. What? Fake 3D. Yeah, so this red dot is closer to the middle of the road. Let's see here. Then this red dot here. If we place them above. Which I can't really do anything about it. The only thing I can do, essentially, let's see here. How far can I place this guy down? Not that far, actually. Look at this. Yeah, for them it's top-down view. It's much easier. So essentially their anchor point is here. Besides the road, always. It's much easier for them because it's top-down. For me, it's not. For me, it's this. So it would be... I would have to shoot from here or somewhere. Even then, it's not perfect. I would literally have to shoot from the feet. Instead of from the center, I would have to shoot from the feet, always. That's really annoying, man. Oh. Bro, that's guys. So, I wanna tell you something. This is why you don't make top-down tower defense games. Or third-person perspective. This is why you make top-view 2D tower defense games. This is why you don't do this. You get all of these issues. I've been dealing this. Yeah, you shoot from the feet always in 2.5D and draw the sprites a bit higher. God, is that annoying. Shoot from the staff and make the staff move. Will you add Russian language to your game to increase the number of players? We have a lot of people who like pixel art games. Yeah, I will add Russian language to the game, for sure. How can we fix this? God, I'm so tired of these problems, bro. Guys, I'm telling you, I made the ranger look so good, you know? Take a look at this. But even he has the problem, man. Fuck, man. What am I supposed to do? Maybe it's what happens in your game and it's fine? I don't know, man. Feels kind of bad. It feels so good shooting from the center, you know? Look at this. Let's test this with the ranger. Let's go to the ranger. Instead of chain, we give him pierce. Let's give him 2 pierce. Looks very clean, yeah. Alright, let's see. So this is the ranger. He hits... Wait. Oh, I see. It's still chaining, sorry. Alright, let's see. So he hits 2 enemies. And that's it. Then he misses the 3rd one. And if I put him below, he's gonna hit 3 enemies. Shit. It was too fast. He's gonna hit 3 enemies, is he? Yeah, he's hitting 3. Making the enemy collider bigger would fix it. Yes. Put a building dead zone below the road so you can't build so close. No, this is the dead zone where I can't place. Changing to circle. No. Changing to circle is bad. It should be a rectangular collider. Ah, man. This is really annoying. You can create 2 colliders and decide if it collides from where it comes from, above or below Cakez. No, we are not doing that. So essentially the problem is in my game that we have a 2D pixel art game and essentially since it's top down, everything kind of has a height that is on the y-axis, and so the center of each character just gets pushed up. And so this center of the character, make it 20 by 20 just to test, fine. We can do it. Let's test. Excuse me. Goodness. They don't do anything with expanding colliders. Oh. True. Unfortunately, I can only show all colliders or none. I don't have a distinction between the other ones. So this is easily 3 hits, right? Show none. Okay, I'll show none in a second, okay? Let's see. 1, 2. It kinda does hit 3 now. Yeah. What do you guys think? What the fuck he's hitting? They do a thing where they only collide past the cutoff, collect-off stuff. What does that mean? That a projectile has to fly past the center basically before it hits, before the hit is executed / detected. Loons have a math library they call collision detection. In that they have a boundary geometry namespace with AAB circle and OBB folder. The classes are AA bounding box and bounding circle and O bounding box. They have a thing where they collide, they only collide past the cutoff. And then they use events to run code when a collision happens. So it's basically full oop. Where is this coming from? This guy is like a crazy hacker. What the fuck, man? Shit, he's already on my computer, bro. I played his game. Holy moly, where are you getting that from, bro? They don't do anything with expanding colliders. But you know that a bounding box can be increased over time, right? You just supply it a bigger bounding box. Why is he trying to shoot into the trees? Because that's still something I have to flesh out. He shouldn't attack the tree, essentially. That's like essentially, this is another thing that needs to be fleshed out. The reason why he's hitting the tree is because he's getting the target before the target moves behind the tree. And so he starts shooting at the target behind the tree. And then boom. It flies into the tree because by the time he's done attacking, the target is behind the tree. And therefore it gets eaten up by the tree. That makes sense. Let me check here. Okay. I'm in, yeah. So I wonder what he means by they do a thing where they collide only past the cutoff. I wonder what that means. Yeah, Real Superku asked a question too. I wonder what he means by that. True. Alright, let's see here. So I mean, if we just place the unit and let it run normally, we're hitting 3 guys on the bottom. Most of the time. Which feels kind of good. Now, what does it look on top? It looks different though. The outcome is different on top. Because the collider... So essentially, it works left or right, but top or bottom has a different result. In my opinion, that's bad game design. Because the outcome from top and bottom is different, while it should be the same. That's how I see it. Yeah. He's essentially... like the angle is different. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. Cakez, copy-paste images into Paint, draw lines, yep, for 30 minutes, shatter, decompile source code. 5 minutes of analysis for entire collision system. Okay, bro. Fuck, how do I fix this? How do I fix the fact that the red dot is just higher on this guy? The red dot is higher here, and it's closer to the road here. Fuck, man, how do I do this? Move all the colliders down a few pixels and squash the placement ellipse so that it's almost a line. I cannot squash the placement ellipse so that it's almost a line, otherwise this would happen. If I make the ellipse so small... Let's see here. Ranger? Let's say we make it 4, very small. Then we can place too many units together. Can place them really close. You see this? That's bad. I can essentially place 3 guys here. That shouldn't be the case. So the placement ellipse needs to be bigger. So I think the lowest I can go is 7 from 9. But I do agree we might be able to change the rectangular collider for our units. Maybe we do -8. Then it's not as high. Let's test that. See here? Show colliders. It's still happening. And then for the ellipse, we just move the ellipse higher. Which means, what does that mean? +4. Let's try this. Mobile game? No, this is a PC game, Benzay. Let's test this. Okay, now we're getting closer. And then we just make it so that the sprite is moved higher. Let's see, mark this. Yeah, it's already marked as A. And go to assets, go to ranger. Idle here. Set the offset by, let's try 12. Test that. Let's see what this looks like. This moves him higher. It moves the point. Yeah. What about this? So this is as close as I can make it. Let's see what that looks like. I feel like, oh man, this looks really bad where the bow is, to be honest. They both hit 3 units. Barely. Give the Steam link, please. Add wishlist. Oh, you want to have the Steam link? Sure, bro. But it doesn't look like this at the moment. I'm currently reworking it. This is the Steam link. Hello, developer. Hello there, Lazy. Good morning. Welcome, sir. Hope you have a good Friday so far. Let's just take a look. I need to get accustomed to this a bit. Let's take a look at this. Guys, look at the bow. Sorry, but they look so bad. Sorry, but this is just dumb. Now, what I can do though, in the if check for the bow, I can just put not the weapon distance, the arrow position, weapon position. We just add in vector 2 where we move it up by 2 pixels. Let's just move the weapon up by 2 pixels by programming code. Let's see how that looks. Does it still feel good? That's the question. I don't see a disconnect. I could even move it up by 4 pixels, to be honest. I don't think it would make any difference. Wow. It actually works. Wait a minute. Okay. Now my rectangular collider needs to be a bit higher though. How do I do that? Get origin rect collider. And I'm standing a little bit too far down, do I? Guys, we are almost there, it looks like. I think we're getting somewhere. Let's see here. Try this again. Place this guy down here. Can I hit 3 enemies? Look at this, boys! It's not 100% perfect, but as perfect as I can make it. Look at that. Hey, that's awesome. So this is essentially what I'm doing here, which I think is really, really, really important. We are building a consistent game that feels good, that will be difficult, of course, but number one, it needs to feel good. And one of the things that need to feel good is if you place a unit beside the road, whether that be on top or on bottom, the outcome needs to be the same, if that makes sense. So I cannot have a different outcome on the bottom, placing my unit on the bottom, than versus placing my unit on the top. It needs to be the same. Otherwise, the game feels bad. And if the game feels bad, the players will leave the game early because the mechanics just don't make much sense. And they feel cheated by the game, essentially. Where they're like, bro, that should work. Why is it not doing that? I don't know for sure what it means, but I would assume that it means that pastebin, this is how they construct a tower though. It's reading JSON values and setting them in the entity struct. You need to check how it uses this cutoff value to say for sure. So wait, collector of stuff is currently debugging Bloon's code. And this is what they're doing to... Wait a minute, close this. Okay, I understand. Is there... Oh god. This is what they're doing. Okay, wow, that's a lot of floats. Holy moly. I guess these are all... Wow, EAX, EBX. Wow, collector of... Oh man, non-toxic collector? Yeah, actually helpful? Wow. Collector of W's, collector of data? Damn. Crazy, bro. Holy, thank you. I really mean it. Collector of floats. Yeah, some are vectors broken out. Yeah. Damn, look at this. Holy shit. This is all if sub. Target range. Crazy cooldown. Ah, look at that. Cooldown, huh? Fire delay. Haha. Interesting. Look at this. Projectile lifetime. Aha. So this is like no cap. Please. Please believe me here, chat. Please. No cap. I was thinking about a stat called projectile range. I'm not kidding. I'm not lying. I was thinking about a stat projectile range. Why do I think that? Because what I see in Bloons is when this monkey shoots a dart, it actually extends outside of his range. You see how far the dart flies, even though his range is very short. So each monkey has their own projectile range that doesn't have anything to do with speed. And so what I thought would be a cool thing, and we already have this in the game, a projectile has essentially a lifetime. And we can extend that projectile's lifetime by investing into ability duration. You can see right here at the bottom, here, ability duration plus 20%. This essentially would mean the projectile lives for 20% longer. And so for some units, I want to extend their projectile's range past this blue circle so that whenever they hit an enemy here, it flies further and potentially hits more enemies. And together with this duration, that I can achieve that. But I don't want to build a character with a base increase of duration of 20% or 50% already, where I extend the range of the projectile by 50% past this point, and then the player increases their range by 20% or the duration by 20%, you know how a 20% increase of a base value, essentially this is what would happen. If I can find my calculator over here. So let's say my base, like the projectile range, is 300 pixels. Okay, I increase that by 1.2, 20%. The outcome is 360. But let's say my range, my base range is 200. And then I increase that by 50% on the character stats already, which is hidden from the player. Now I'm at 300. But if I now add an additional 20% to this, I will do 300 plus 200 times 0.2, 20%, ultimately resulting in an increase that is to 340 pixels instead of 360 pixels. And so the player would feel cheated when they get 20% increased range, but in actuality they get less because it's already been increased before, if that makes sense. Okay? So if I have a projectile that is flying twice as far as my attack range, then I increase that by 20%. That should be the base range. Additive versus multiplicative scaling. No, it's just that increased scaling has diminishing returns. So yeah, anyways, like this is something in my head all the time. I will probably have to deal with this a little bit off stream to figure out a good solution. But yeah, cool. Just cool to see that Bloons has something they call projectile lifetime. So the projectile, based on a certain speed, is increased. Interesting. So I can give every single unit a base speed for the projectile and then say, okay, so you're an archer, you shoot very fast projectiles and these projectiles live over 1 second. Aha! Bro copying Bloons code directly? No. I already have this in the game, bro. Look, if you don't believe me, I've already had this in the game. Watch. Mark this as A. Update projectiles. The projectiles range is test range. Actually, that's test. I don't use this anymore. The projectiles range is determined based on the attack radius of the character, together with the duration for projectiles, or basically general duration increases 50%, together with the projectile speed. That is the projectile range. Okay, and so there's already a duration factored in. You get it now? Don't call it projectile lifespan or I will start projectile lives matter movement. Okay, bro. Anyways, that's cool to see. And what were we working on? Oh yeah, the colliders. It's still something we have to fix because it still looks bad. The red box, the hitbox for this character is off, and where he is positioned is also off, which means this position needs to be higher. Let me think really quickly. If this position is higher, then the collider needs to be lower, but I need to extend the box. I see. I wonder if I can do this though. Shit. We do have a slight problem. So I need to fix that. I don't know how. We have a tangerine that looks like this, okay? We have 2 feet. This is where the tangerine stands. So the position for it is right here, okay? That's simple. We just baseline this with where the feet touch the ground. Now the hitbox, what I did now is I moved the middle point of the hitbox down to like essentially where the penis is, here. And now what happened is the hitbox is a centered quad, rectangle. And so this is what it looks like now. Essentially. it is kind of off center. See this? And so the problem is that essentially our head here, this is free and our box is too far down. What I would love to do is move these dots, keep the center point here, but move the box up a little bit. You know, so basically I need to have a function that's called getCenter for the character, and I need to get a function that's calling the origin of the rectangular collider, which, you know, I need 3 points essentially. Separate them, yeah. So I guess the only solution to this is to have red, so like white is the position, red is the center, and then blue would be the collider. Oops. Essentially these 3 positions. Yeah, I think that makes the game feel much more friendly towards players. And it's easier for me to balance this too. So I can basically set the center to the penis, which makes it more deterministic if you place a hero be close to the road. And then we shooting projectiles from the center. And this is mostly just for projectiles, right? But this is also a problem, by the way, for the mage. The mage has a very low center, basically where the beard is. But the staff is very big. So I might have to change the animation for the staff. Because I think the staff's animation does look cool. But you can see that he's not shooting from the staff. Most of you have already pointed that out, right? So this is what it looks like when he shoots. The projectile doesn't spawn here. It spawns here. Right? So we do have that issue to fix somehow. Because now the projectile is not gonna spawn here anymore. It's gonna spawn even further below. Can you move the mage's vision system to the tip of the staff? No, because the tip of the staff is animated. And I want to have a very consistent vision system where I can't do that because I'm placing a unit around the center of the unit, essentially. The center of the unit determines where we look for line of sight. And so I cannot put it where the staff is because otherwise the mage would be so far down. It would look odd. Can you change the fire animation? Hello, my friend. Hello there. What is a difficult name? Let me see. Tremeta? Good morning, bro. Welcome, sir. So yeah, essentially that's it. Leave the light animation and stop moving the staff. Nah, I think that would look bad. But I think I could do something like move the staff forward and basically I could do something like if this is the staff and we're shooting in this direction, right? We're shooting here. If this is the staff's base position, right? I could do something like this is base 0. Let's not do this. This is base. Then the staff would like move like this maybe. I'll move it out a bit and rotate it down. And then the projectile just starts, I don't know, instead of starting here, it starts maybe here. And then it's not perfect, but close, you know? But it would look odd if I do it. I don't know, we'll have to see, because it kind of looks something like this then, right? If we rotate this in all places, this is what it would look like. We'll have to see if it looks weird or not. We'll have to see. Because it's like rotated around it. But yeah. This is all part of polish. Really important, by the way. Hey, what's up? Hello there, Skull Christy. Good morning. We are currently polishing the game. We're polishing it to the point where it feels really good. Because we are currently working on identities for characters. So the mage right here is supposed to be a very slow moving, slow attacking target with big deeps. And he can't beat the first round if he's placed incorrectly. So we're trying to make it feel much better. To where even his slow attack speed, he always hits multiple units. And we don't have to be pixel perfect with our placement. So that means big colliders. And where the collider is, the origin from where the projectile shoots is really important too. German talking about Polish. The fire projectile looks bad. That's okay. It doesn't have to be crazy good. Okay, so what can we do? What can we do first? Let's see here. Let's turn on colliders. I need to have another position for the collider and another position for the center. So we need first we need another function. Get origin rect collider. That would be the first one here. Get ground collider. First and foremost, circle. I don't think we are using this anymore, are we? Let's see, get. What if we delete this? How many are still using the ground collider? Circle collider target. What is this? Deal AoE damage. Aha. So AoE damage still deals damage in a circle. It should probably deal damage in an ellipse. That's how I see it. But then AoE damage data needs an ellipse. Guys, should I deal AoE damage in an ellipse now? Okay, another question. I think it should be an ellipse. Oh god, then everything has to be an ellipse. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. It's fine, it's fine. Fine. Ellipse this. I think it should be a diamond shape. Okay, bro. So, should I deal AoE damage like this, even though everything in the game is advertised like an ellipse? Ellipse your mom, bitch. I kind of want to ban you. So this is the indicator that I get. This is the damage that I deal. I think it's off. I should do ellipse. Are units moving slower vertically or not? No, they don't. So what you gonna do, huh? I'm gonna ban you. Actually, first I'm gonna play notifications. Gotcha, bitch. Because I appreciate you guys following.
Am I so out of touch?
And Neozi.
No.
Thank you guys.
Mr. Elmido is gifting
I believe ellipse would be better. They should if you want to use ellipse.
Hello.
I don't know. You guys think they should move slower? Down and up and down?
Gotcha, bitch.
No, I don't think so.
Gotcha, bitch.
Thank you guys for following. I appreciate it.
Chat developers.
Thank you guys. Welcome.
Good morning, Senor Cakez.
Welcome, sir.
I don't want to be like Cakez.
Not many notifications queued. Okay, so now we can ban this guy. Let's see here. 5 minutes. Think about what you just did. You're basically giving a 3D illusion. Them not having vertically slower speed is odd. They don't have slower speed in Kingdom Rush, bro. They move the same speed in Kingdom Rush and we have the same deal there. I don't think it matters much here. But maybe I should just keep the circle. We'll have to see. How about a donut where the center area has extra effect, extra damage? Is it visible? Is this visible to the player? So this is what it looks like in the game. It is an elliptical attack radius, and this is essentially It's already happening in the game. Just because Kingdom Rush does it doesn't mean this is correct. I know. I think with that perspective in your game, you should forget that about circuits and everything should be an ellipse. Yeah, I think so too. I think everything should be an ellipse. Is this elliptic? Yeah, it's ellipse. It's an ellipse. 80% right now. I think it looks great as is. Yeah, the thing is, the question is, should we deal AoE damage in this ellipse when I deal AoE damage, or should it be dealt in a circle? I mean, it's easy for me to change this later, guys. I can just work in ellipses right now and then turn it to circles later, if I want to. Balance twice? Nah, not really has to do much with balance. It would just hit a bit more, that's all. To be honest, no one will notice if it's either. I don't think people will notice either, yeah. I don't think that's going to be an issue. Okay, fine. Let's see. So this would be an ellipse. Collider target, and then that would be get ground collider too. Then we have ellipse collision. And then AoE circle. Okay, AoE damage data. That takes in an ellipse 1, ellipse, AoE ellipse. There we go, and instead of AoE circle, we do a AoE ellipse. That's number 1. Collider target, AoE ellipse. Good, we have that. Then what is this? Other collider, we don't use that. We tried out many different things here. And I think, what is this, by the way? Collision with obstacles, okay. Can hero be placed? That's ellipse collision now. What is that? Hero collider. Can hero be placed? Okay, we actually used a circular collision here. Interesting. Indicate. Ah, I see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I want to turn this green, by the way. That's why I'm doing this. Let's call it Hero Collider. Get Ground Collider 2. Now that's an ellipse 1. And then that is also an ellipse 1. Is spawned hero. Let's call it other hero collider. This is other hero collider, and then ellipse 1. Healer collider would be get ground collider 2. Hero, because it's a healer. Yeah. And then over here, oh, I see. Let's turn this into a for loop, where we have an entity, and we do it const entity reference spawned hero on game state spawned heroes. We have this. We have the other collider. We call it other hero collider. And then we set the spawned hero. Oh, I see. We can turn it to const then. If we have ellipse collision instead of circle collision, we set the spawned hero color to green, because that allows us to essentially indicate if a healer can heal something. Okay. And then over here, what is this? Managed hovered enemies. Ah, I see. If point in circle, yeah, if point in ellipse, Manage hovered enemies. If point in rect, actually. That should be in a rectangle, bro. Then we have, oops. So rect. Well, we want to have the ground collider be an ellipse. Anyways. Ellipse 1. Get ground collider 2 from the enemy. And we want to have a rectangular collider from the enemy. That's the... Wait, that's the rect collider? Wait a minute. Yeah, collider. That's essentially their hitbox. And we want to have point and rect from the rect. Do we have a kek enemy almost? A enemy? There we go. AoE circle. So this is now AoE ellipse. Ooh. What is this? Should we deal AoE damage? Ah, yeah. AoE radius. AoE radius. On the y-axis times height factor ellipse. Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry. Don't die. Yeah, it's... You know how when you were ill and you had a fever, not a fever, and you had Husten in English, the last part of it is always something kind of itchy in your throat that doesn't go away. Circle. What is this? Ah, I see. That's a debug ellipse. AoE ellipse. Debug ellipse. Ellipse. Debug ellipse. And 2 ellipses. Healing tickle, yep. The healing tickle, yeah, it's really annoying. Okay, so that's an AoE ellipse. Radius and DA radius times height factor ellipse. Okay. I should have probably committed and pushed this, by the way. I didn't do that. That's really dumb, by the way. That's really stupid. It's gonna bite me in the ass later, by the way. It will certainly bite me in the ass. Oh, I can see this already. It is how it is. Anyways, it's fine. Circle collision. Yeah. That's ellipse collision. We have the Paris collider. Oh god. Oh god. You know what? I'm gonna comment this out. I'm just not gonna do anything here. We'll do this later. Pickpocket will be done later. No time for this. You know what? I should probably just call it get ellipse here. Over here, this would be get ellipse, taking the active ability dot target location and the AoE radius. That's much easier. Here we go. Nice! Like it! Ground slam, yeah? Okay. I'm back to ground slam your mom, bitch. Finally Friday. Yeah, finally Friday. That's true. Target position and spike radius. Very nice. Hey chat, hey Akomo, good morning. How's it going, brother? All right. Nice. Got that done. We're almost done. What is this? Circular collision on spawned heroes, healing circle. Okay. Healer collider. That's gonna be an ellipse. Get ground collider too on the hero. If we are elliptically collision. And then healing circle collider. That is an ellipse. Healing circle. Yeah, it's called healing circle and we are using an ellipse. Kind of funny. What do we have here? Start position. Get ellipse. AUV ellipse. Get ellipse. Hopefully this is not gonna bite me in the ass. You know, so this is what we were talking about the other day on when we watched the video on game development hell. What I'm doing right now is building a system that I don't know whether the system will stay or not. I just have a feeling that I need that system in this particular way to move on. Will it be final in the game? I don't know. I have no clue, unfortunately. I would love to know it, but yeah. Okay, now we changed everything to an ellipse. Which means... will there be big reacts today, Cakes? We'll see how far I get with programming, because I have literally like 5 or 6 YouTube videos lining up. And so I know that this, for those of you guys who are watching on YouTube, or for those of you who enjoyed the videos on YouTube, I know that it has been a dry week. I have not released any videos yet. So yeah, I have some lining up, like 4 or 5 or 6, something like that. So I already have my hands full. And we essentially already have a video that I can bring out today, which is the Steam impression video that we talked about today. Which I find very interesting. Which means nothing will be working. No, it will work. However, the reason why I wanted this to be changed is because I want to change the ground collider to get ground collider now. So we get errors for this. And I want to get a vector to get center, which is essentially const entity reference entity. The center will be... oh shit. Yeah, the center will be this red dot. The collider, the rectangular collider will use this blue dot. And the position will be the white dot. And so first and foremost we need to get the center, and on every single entity we somehow or something need a center offset, which currently we don't have. We have, where's this? We have a rectangular collider, we have a position, but we don't have a center. So essentially it needs to be a vector 2 center offset in this entity data, and that center offset needs to be defined, which is different from the collider. And so get center would just be return entity position origin plus entity dot center offset. That would be the center of the character. Very simple. And then the ground collider takes the position and adds the... wait a minute. I see. It takes in the height factor for the ellipse. Get ground collider. Wait, that's the ground collider. Okay, so that's the ground collider. Wait, where's the rect collider? Ah, yeah, the rectangular collider. So that would call the get origin rect collider from E entity. It should be called entity. And then this is a const entity reference entity. Thank you very much for following. Capnel Fighter. Welcome, sir. And so this would be entity over here. And then this is, why is this const entity reference? And we call this entity as well. There we go. Okay, cool. Now we have the origin of the rectangular collider. We have the rectangular collider as functions. And I want to rename all of these to number 2s so that we get all of the errors we can get. And now we need to look at every single error where this occurs and change it so that it makes sense. So for example, I know that this place, I just changed it, that one's correct. We can move on. Next, the hero center. Aha. Why do I need the hero center? Actually, we need to call get center here to know where the center of the hero is. And now this is what I will have to do to figure out. For example, if I place this unit, the red dot determines the center of the hero. This is what I will use to figure out, let's say, distance checks. Okay, I will try to find a target based on this center or based from the position or origin onwards. And so this is something, yeah, renaming the method to 2 is an interesting refactor technique. I think, so let's say you're changing a function or you're adding a function to add behavior to your game. What we did essentially is instead of having 3 dots, we have now a position, a center, and a collider origin essentially. And while before we didn't have this red dot, we didn't have the center. That one right here is new. And so now that I added in the center, the original methods, the ground collider, for example, that would be around the feet, of course, or the rectangular collider, that would be around the blue dot, which is new, or in a different position now. These need to be looked at in places where maybe instead of this collider right here, we would need to use the center, because that's new. And so renaming it to number 2 will give me a bunch of errors further down below. You see this, center other. Huh, why do I take a look at the center of the other character? Well, because I'm shooting arrows from the hero center to other centers, right? I'm shooting from the red to the red of another one. So I might have to not get the rectangular collider here, but the center. So that's a really cool refactoring method that, yeah, that's what I would do if I refactor. Mr. Cakez, why does the penis is called center? Does Tangy lives revolve around their penises? Another hard carry? Oh, he's winning? Wow, he managed, wait. He alone can beat all of the rounds? That's a bit OP. Damn. Wow. Archer hard carrying, yeah, he is. Lol. That's a bit overpowered. Lost 2 lives to the speech ones, but they were close to dying. Damn. So the Archer is too OP, by the way, guys. But it feels really good. I have to say, the change we did today for the hitboxes feels really good. Why isn't the coins added to the total? The coins is some different currency, which I guess I'll have to explain later, but it's basically currency that is used outside the level. We wouldn't know, Cakes, because you won't let us play. Yeah, you can't play yet. I'm not done yet. I'm still polishing, you know? And so, like, I'm not gonna give you the game unpolished, because it will be too many impressions. And I also need to figure out a way so I can collect really good data from you guys, so I can see what you are doing in the game. So let's say you play the game, I track what actions you do in the game, I replay those actions, I can see exactly what you're doing, where you're failing, and what troubles you have. So for example, I can create an action that says, wait a minute. I can create an action that says, place hero in this position. And I store that to a file. Now I replay the game on that particular tick. I place the position in that, the hero in that exact position. Now I can literally replay the game that you played. That allows me to see exactly which round you failed at, which heroes you placed, which items you took, which heroes you clicked on, what you try to do. And so that's what I need to implement first before I give you my game, because I will waste the opportunity to collect data. And so the longer I wait with my demo version, the bigger the amount of people will be that are gonna try to play it for the first time, and I'm gonna get a lot of data from this. Why not work on that next then? Because I'm currently working on polishing the game. I want it to be good so you guys like it. And like, I don't want to give you an unpolished game, because then the feedback will be, oh, it needs to feel better. Yeah, I know, I can see this right now. I don't need feedback for that. For me, it's obvious. You know, that's ultimately how I see it, what I want to do. What if people record their screens and if they want to and share it with you? Yeah, like, so that would be the best. If people record their voices or like what they do, that's the best thing. Of course, I will ask people to do that nonetheless. Of course I will do. But not everyone is going to do that, right? Yeah, I want to buy it, so I want it to be good, yeah. Will you add the famous dialogue? Do you want to send stats to Microsoft? Anyways, so since we are still in this polishing phase, which is very important, and with each day of me working on this, I get better and better. It's gonna take some more time. That's unfortunately, guys, I know this is kind of dry and boring, but this is just how it is, you know? In these types of games, this is the most important thing. This is what will determine if people like your game or not. You get butter and butter, yeah, exactly. Do arrows have a limit to how many units they are hitting? Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to programming, yeah. So that's essentially what I need to do. That's a very hard part. Isn't that green overlay when the enemy is behind the tree? Patented by Nintendo. You know, I didn't even do this on purpose. That's the funny thing. I didn't even program this in on purpose. But yeah. This feels so good, guys. I have to say, like the impact on the enemies, the visual effects, the arrows, how fast they fly, the trail behind the arrows. It's starting to look and feel really good. And the longer we work on this, the better it's going to get. Exactly. And this is essentially what I need to spend my time on. Exactly. We are on the right track, my brothers. We are. Okay, let's see. So I think I'm gonna do it like this, guys. Where is this? Where is this? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Since I told you that I need to rework those, center other, and essentially what I need to do here, I need to sit and think how I want certain things to be. So this is probably like the Lone Ranger thing is probably going to be around the center for each character. So if the red dot here is a center, and this one here is the center too, the distance between the two characters should be from the red dot to the red dot. Or maybe from the position to the position. So this is what I have to... If I shoot an arrow, I shoot towards the center. But should I do the distance between the positions? To be honest, I don't know. And so I need to do a lot of thinking. I don't know what makes sense, you know? And then, like, if we move on with the arrows, let's see, F8. Let's move on to the next center. What is this? the element impact glow. Damaged color. I don't even know sprite element impact glow. Oh, I see it. Wait, sprite element? Sprite element. Oh, so that's like the element fire, ice, lighting. And then it adds an effect based on what type of impact we have. I get it, okay. And so we have like effect poison, lighting attack, cold attack, fire attack, and then normal attack. Yeah, and that's just a glow sprite. Yeah. With a different color. And so where should the glow be? Should the glow be around the rectangular collider, the middle here? Or should the glow be around the center of the character? Where the arrows shoot from? Damn. So the center is also where the arrows shoot from. Yeah, like we'll have to see. So essentially, I have to do this. I have to test this with multiple damage numbers. Where should they appear? I want to test something though. You know what? I want to quickly test something. It's really important. Oh, I can't do this now though. Can I? Actually, I can't. Fuck. Thank you, by the way, Alkeos Gained. Thank you very much for following, bro. Welcome, sir. Ah, man. We have Get Wrecked Collider too. And Get Wrecked Collider. So how about we just quickly change that back? Do the things disappear? Get Ground Collider. Okay. Get Ground Collider too. I want to quickly change something and see how that works. Clean code? No, so... Brother.
Brother.
Hey? Get Wrecked Collider? What is that? Get Wrecked Collider? I see, so it takes... Target inside. Okay, I mean, maybe I can fix this really quickly. Maybe I can. See, Wreck Collider. Cool. Looks like we always use references at the moment. For the most part. Yeah, great. Yeah, we have reference here too. I believe if the code does his work, why put it on the strangle? Clean code, functional code. It always depends. If you want to have a system that you can extend and is rigid in your game, it is most likely... Okay, if you want to have a system in your game that you can extend, it is much easier. If it's rigid, shit, I added data. It is much easier if it's rigid than if it's terribly coded. So, like, let's say you want to build a game. The systems underlying the game need to be fleshed out and rigid. Otherwise, you can't expand. Because the moment you expand, you're essentially building on, I don't know, on a cardboard. You don't have a good foundation. You're building on sand. And then at some point, it's gonna come crashing down. And so, like, the good code part is true. You don't really need good code to have something working. But when it comes to certain systems that need to be reused a lot, that needs to be ironed out. And currently in my game, it's not ironed out. It's all over the place. Because I don't know, like, yeah, I just don't know. So we learn something new every day. We just literally learned how Bloons does their... Like, we learned this today, right? Where these, like, it doesn't make any difference whether you place him on top or below the road. He's always hitting the... He's always hitting the same amount of Bloons. So we need to have something along the lines too. Otherwise, it just would feel bad. Okay, let's see. Now, I want to change round 1 to include 1 skeleton. Knight. Skeleton. I think it's knight. I want to have 1. And then these should be 0 for now. Let's see. He just doesn't know. You always want to save resources. Stop running away for optimization and improvement. Okay. It still spawns me 20. Okay. But it's round 1 here. Why is it round 2? Okay. Why do you start on round 2? Huh? What happened? What the fuck happened? Why are you spawning around 2? Huh? Come on, can you just stop that, man? Can you stop that, bro? Why? Huh? In its level. Bro. Oh, I see. I get it now. Since the first type of enemy has a count of 0, the second one never spawns. Correct? And it always starts round 2. Hey, it always goes to round 2. Why? Maybe because of the count 0 here. Hey, that's so odd. Huh? You see how it goes to round... Now it's around 1. It doesn't spawn the knight. Why? Huh? Huh? Why is it not spawning this? Wait, is that a bug? Please don't tell me that's a bug. Please don't tell me that's a bug. Oh no, it's a bug, guys. Are you fucking kidding me, man? Bad coding. Roll. Spawn system reloaded. I spent so much time on this. Why not? How? Two. Uh-huh. Okay, wait. One. We have one enemy. Okay, elapsed ticks 0. End tick is 0. We reach the end. Oh, I fucking get it. I see. Do we need to include the end tick? Here? But would I spawn too many then? That's 11 now. What if I turn this to... Maybe I just had a bug in here. Guys, it could be that I had a bug in here. 2. What a pain. Yeah, it's really annoying. I spent like multiple hours on fixing this, but it looks like... Let's spawn these guys now. It doesn't seem to break. It spawns 3 of these guys, yeah. So these are the ones I want to spawn, by the way, because I want to see where I put their center and where the projectiles start flying from, essentially. So, okay, let's spawn 1 and get rid of these for now. That's ultimately round 1. Please tell me that works now. Okay, so 1 enemy. I want to see where they shoot the projectiles at. And you know what? I need to spear toss. It's called spear toss. The range is a bit high. Let's turn this to 100. Okay. Let's see. Okay, now we can debug this. Alright, so let's see where the projectile flies from. There we go. So step debugging is on. Okay, it flies exactly from the middle. And that is the center. This is where the center of the unit is. This is where we would shoot towards. I think for enemies it makes sense. I think this is fine. I just wanted to see this. The spawn rate timer is going to 0 probably and remaining at 0. That's why it's spawning 3 enemies at the same time. No. Like, I know that this is like more confusing, but yeah. It's essentially... I don't want to get into it, okay? It took me like multiple hours trying to fix it, which... I hate it! It works though. That's the most important thing. Okay, cool. My brothers. Well, this guy has a big radius around the feet. We're gonna change that later. For collision. Okay. Finally time for Wukong. This guy looks pure evil. Guys, I will send you over to Kohiman. This is what I will do in silence, in peace. Slowly over the weekend. I will try to make this feel really good. And I think we learned something new today. Bye bye, guys. Have a great day. Yeah, be cool. See you later. Peace.